Welcome back to the 2015 North American Championship presented by Xbox. We are here at the MLG Columbus studio, getting ready to hop into game number 4 between Denial and TK. Matt, Ascend CTF, what do you think?
This one's been so up and down. I mean, that first respawn, TK came out, and it looked like they were not going to drop a respawn this entire series. Did not look good for Denial. Denial able to get a good team effort on the S&D, even up that series. Did not see that comeback uplink game coming out of Denial. I thought that was going to be one they struggle on. I mean, Clay is putting up great numbers, but you needed other players to step up. Game. But he really did it all for them. I mean, gets that one throw in OT. But coming into this Ascend CTF, I think probably favors Denial a little bit. I think Clay with that AR really going to be able to lock down the map. It's just going to play a lot more consistent when you can control those spawns with that AR player. But what do you think is going to happen?
I'm taking Denial on this one.
Yeah.
Who did we ask before? I know there was a player. We said, what do you think? And they said 3-1 Denial right before we started.
I asked Teep.
It was Teep
before.
Okay. And it turns out that Teep is one of the smartest human beings on the entire planet. Also, pretty handsome.
Yes.
All right, but let's take a look at the key player matchup for this one as we take a look at Goonjar and replays. Break down the numbers for me, X.
Well, you know, Goon with a 1.08 CTF KD. No, not going to see any caps out of Goon. Really, that slower AR player. It's going to be that matchup versus Clayster for him. I'm going to be looking at in replays. On the flip side, he's going to be the OBJ player from Denial. Going to look for see if he can do a little bit of what Enable did yesterday for FaZe Red. I mean, Enable, I think he went 11 and 15 with 5 caps. Had a phenomenal game yesterday. Going to be looking at the same type of annoying CTF play out of replays. You know, getting behind enemy lines, getting to that flag, pulling at opportune times.
Yeah, because you can really, you know, how this one plays out with the way the spawns can work, you know, those mid-map spawns you'll see. A lot of times it just comes down to sneaky plays and 50-50 wins.
Well, a lot of the times players get caught up in, you know, pulling the flag the correct way or right way, whatever you want to call it.
Pull to your team.
There is no correct way to pull flags on CTF. I think everybody gets way too wrapped up in it. It's where your teammates are positioned, where your AR is really positioned. That's where you want to run that flag. If you can run the flag towards your AR player, that person is posted up, able to get those easy kills as players are sprinting at them. You should be able to win that easy. And Denial, 3-0 in this CTF at this tournament so far. So this one looks good for Denial coming in.
Well, we're going to start things off with Denial in just a matter of seconds here. We've been talking about how well Clayster has been playing throughout this series. You know, we did one with him yesterday, I think, where he got off to a slow start, but that has not been the case thus far. Let's kick it off with Clay here. 10 seconds on the clock, and we're going to get started in game number 4. Tweet the stream, MLG.tv. If you are just tuning in, again, it is a 2-1 advantage for Denial. Please tweet Mr. X and I. Let us know who you think's going to take this one. Game has started. Clayster on your screen. So
we're going to see a pretty much standard setup out of both teams. 2 ARs from both sides. I was going to look through to see if we were going to see any, IMR use or a melee use, but none of that on this map. As you see Clay trying to push that mid-map, but TK coming out hot. 3 straight kills. Theory at the opposing team's base. Maven, I want to go to a Turtle Beach team chat. It looks like TK turning up here in the CTF.
Watch your jump,
Tell me. I got one.
Oh shit, you
elevator street behind him.
One's pushing him.
I spawned inside. He's standing there too.
Elevation
cubby.
I spawned inside.
Cubby,
at our elevators, guys, at our elevators.
Cubby was weak.
You still at our elevators, Attach is weak, nice.
Elevator dead.
Clayster and JCap, last 2.
They're back elevator, they're back crane ladder,
they're back elevators, nice.
They're a little ladder
on their flag, JCap,
Clay.
I think they have 2 belts,
They're top mid-steps, good job.
They're back flag,
They're top mid-steps on their flag, they're mid-steps.
Alright, they're mid-steps on flag. He's pushing their elevators, guys, at their elevators, front their elevators.
One shot every place, nice.
They're one in their back, mid-stairs. Stay alive. He's stunned. At their cubby, dead. One shot, JCap, elevator street, 1 shot.
Another one in their mid-stairs. They're mid-steps in there.
There's 2 mid-stairs.
Their crane ladder.
I spawned inside.
One's pushing elevator.
That's Clay.
He's 1 shot in elevator.
Dead. Good job.
Replays in JCap.
They're coming. They're coming. I'm playing them.
Our cubby to mid.
He's in elevator.
There's two in the fight.
I'm holding our
yeah, better mid dead. Nice, there's 2 in their fight, maybe 3.
They're cubby.
I'm OEing down low.
They're cubbying on their flag. Danny's flanking 2 of them. There's a guy going down low.
All the way top their elevators.
That's Clay.
They want him to go down low, Danny?
Play absolute. Plays absolute and attach in front of maze. There's 2 maze. Watch your back, sharp.
We're trying to pull this, guys.
I got one.
I know.
One's behind me somewhere, guys. One's behind me somewhere.
Yeah, attach it.
Top mid right here, dead.
Nice.
I know behind me.
Behind you.
I have elevators.
I got down.
There's two.
There's two. Just go back and grab back if you want. Nice, Dome.
There was two.
At our elevators. At our elevators.
Elevator, inside elevator, jump down.
He's stunned.
Plays it
One
on
there
maze,
top
plays it
mid.
on
One there
maze.
top mid. One there top mid.
He's behind the
One's
boxes.
our
He's telling me.
inside,
He's telling me.
Our
Just
inside,
making our back
our
door, our
inside.
back
I
door.
spawn inside.
On a flag pulling.
I'm pushing.
One's in our maze, guys.
Hold on.
Two in our
And then
maze.
one
Yeah,
came
two in our
back
maze.
door.
Oh, I can get this.
Yeah, you just gotta go back.
There's two in our maze.
We could put it on there.
He ran it.
You got me. Replace got me mid. Yeah, replace cutting off mid.
Fuck, man. Flag has one
Yeah,
shot.
replay down me mid.
Let's go. Come on, 2-1. I spawn elevators.
He didn't push mid.
I'm rapping. You gonna get in?
All right, you saw two caps go there for Theory and TK, but excellent job there. They got 4 down. Nice counter cap from Denial to bring this one a bit closer.
Something of note on the scoreboard, you know, when TK was able to get both of their flags, I believe Goon was at 6-1 to start things off. Really has cooled down since then. I know 7-7 now. And on the flip side, Clay, when they got their 1 cap, he started to heat up. On a 5 streak, they were able to put that one in. So you can see how the ARs from both teams really dominating who's going to get those flag caps.
All right, we'll see attach here. He has 1 in front. He's going to drop 2 down right now for Denial. Clay continuing to lock it down. He's been talking about his AR ability so much, but he is going to lose that gunfight there. Under 2 to play in this first half, and here comes an aggressive push. The flagpole going to be out for Theory. He's had a lot of luck so far. He's at 10-5 with 2 caps, but he is going to fall, Matt.
Theory's had an MVP-style performance at this event. No, he's just been phenomenal in all game modes, really putting up big plays. I mean, double positive right now, 2 flag caps to his name, just playing some of the best, you know, overall game we've seen. I know a lot of players able to put up really nice numbers in the KD department, but you know, really lacking in the OBJ. You know, him and Parasite throughout the entire weekend really putting up good numbers in OBJ and kills across the board.
Hey, his hip fire has been on point in this one. He's lighting people up, got a nice 2-piece, eventually going to fall. Just trying to see if there's anyone in position to maybe get a pull. Replays is going to drop as soon as he gets really across that halfway point. Who is this back on defense right now? That's going to be Sharp. Sharp has been sitting back here. I know he's only 5-11, but he's been shutting down any forward momentum from Denial for the past couple seconds.
But right off the break, TK was able to get 2 flags playing aggressive, and then they kind of switched their game up midway through. They're playing very passive, and that's what allowed Denial to get this type of positioning right here. I mean, look at replays. He's going to have the flag. He's going to have 1 gun battle to his left. If he wins this, he's kind of home free.
How
but
did he just get right through?
He's got an AR in the middle of the map. Let's see. It's going to be Cap if he can pick up 2 kills right here. Going to be able to keep it alive. Attach. Going to be able to get that one out of there. But they've given up so much map positioning. Looney winning a huge battle on that flag, but Clay able to keep it alive. It looks like Denial going to get another cap, and that's because TK playing so far back in the base, Maven.
Just talk to me about that. What did they do? How did he manage to get the first carrier got so far just straight up through top middle, and you saw the minimap, he was surrounded.
I mean, Cap was playing over in light. He was able to get the flag pretty much even with Cap. All Cap had to do was jump out, trade that 1 gunfight, and then they just started relaying the flag. I think Attach was the one who won a gunfight right after.
Yeah, I think the entire team touched the flag
the
at some
entire team
point.
pretty much touched the flag at some point, I think, minus Clay. But you know, TK started out really hot. Second half of that first half of the game really struggled a little bit, played way too passive. Going into the second half, going to look to see if they can keep the aggressiveness up that they brought in the first half.
Yeah, I think when we're talking about the first half or so of that listening with TK, 2-0 advantage.
They're putting a ton of pressure.
Control, so much pressure coming out of them, and then the second half, Denial turns it up, and we're going to have a 2-2 tie right now. Now, talk to me about favored sides here. Who is looking the best going into side number 2?
You know, I would say Denial. You know, starting off, they were really struggling in that first half, but able to bring it back to a tie game. On this side, I think, you know, if Clay can control mid-map, they're able to spawn trap pretty easily from the spawn that they're on. They should be able to get that one out. And Replays, he has a flag out right now. I want to go to a Turtle Beats team chat with Denial, see if they can close this series out versus Team Kaliber.
I'll come mid-stairs, 2.
2 on mid-stairs. 2 mid-stairs. One more.
One more
Alright, last kid Theory. Mid-stairs. Where'd he go?
Top bridge.
Top bridge. Big kill. Top bridge. Front. Yeah, he went front bridge.
Yeah, oh, watch out. Go in the pole. Left side, going to pole.
He went maze.
Theory's in maze.
Got him.
That's him.
In their base. Looney, one shot.
Our maze.
Looney's one shot.
One in the elevators. One
Alright,
shot.
Looney's left
He's
side
in the elevators.
Looney's over there too.
I got him.
Looney in Theory.
I'm over 10.
Yeah, go. Get to the base, guys.
I'm pulling the flag.
Looney left side.
One back right, they spawn back right. Sharp one shot.
He's still on the elevator side. I'm right top middle. I think he went underground.
Go top middle.
I stunned him here.
I spawn top middle.
Watch underground jump.
Top of bridge. I'm stunned. Top of bridge. Going down here.
I can't see.
I can't do anything.
Right on you. On you. To your left. Grab the flag.
Top bridge.
No, stay chill.
Watch out.
Chill.
Got him. Behind me.
Back at base. One shot. I'll challenge him.
Go, stay on the flag, stay on the flag, stay on the flag. Get the cap, get the cap.
Good shit, guys.
Shit.
Now we got
Boys.
Bane's weak. Bane's weak. Went to left side.
I'm mid-stairs, watch out for bridge, watch out for mid-stairs, watch out for bridge. They're gonna get a pull here, they're gonna get a pull here. Just camp in a corner and hope they come to you.
I'm only
kill.
Thomas.
We need 1 kill's huge here.
Watching top middle.
He's at Thomas. Top their green boxes.
Let's go. I'm gonna go pull.
I'm one shot here.
Two,
Yo, what's going on?
I'll pick him up. He's one shot, down low.
There he is. Go.
You return.
I got it.
Go, slay up for
Go,
me.
right back. Try cut.
They're all gonna wait.
He's already got me from gap.
I got the flag.
They're not down.
Gap, dude. Maybe underground.
I got
I got it.
Two other pull him. I'm in. They killed you, just get that guy. Nice.
No, on their mid-steps, Theory, on mid-steps.
He's one shot. One shot, mid steps.
I got Rhea, thing.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go.
One more there.
Oh, get that 2-piece.
I said.
Watch out.
Dylan, let's go.
One more crate. On the crate. Goonjar. Good win, Kai. Hold that time middle.
Watch out elevators.
Maze.
I'm in. They're cut.
Great plays out of Attach there, Maven, but you can see it in that team chat with Denial. They just, Clay is such a great player in CTF. Obviously, he's a great player in all game modes, but what he really brings in CTF is the ability, to count players off spawn and be able to keep track of all players. You never get the sense that there's one player sneaking behind enemy lines for TK that Denial does not know about.
That third cap from the Nile was so difficult.
It
took forever to get it in.
The game is going crazy at that point, and you listen to just the team chat, and you would never guess it's that frantic. They never panicked.
Yep.
We're
But
just
the
able to put
gameplay
that
was
in.
so
It was
frantic.
so frantic, yeah.
Just great job keeping it calm and collective there, as that should be returned. JCap actually gets the touch, but Clay going to be the only one alive, not in position to grab it. He gets one, tries to win another gunfight top middle, going to lose that one to Sharp. 2 down for either side right now. 3-2 advantage right now for Denial. I'm going to check out the TK side a bit. It is going to be Theory with a pull. He's been the man with all the caps so far. Let's see if he can fire in a third.
He's going to try. Yeah, he's going to try and get that one down Maze, but you see the players on TK starting to get a little bit desperate. You see just pushes one by one. That you saw Theory pushed all the way up to the flag. Next person we jumped on was Looney. Closest he was Maze. As soon as he dropped, he nowhere in position to make a play. Sharp trying to run in by himself. They need to at least, get together mid-map, try and get some control, and make 2 really good pushes on the flag. In this type of situation, about a minute left, you have enough time to make 2 really good team pushes towards the flag. Going individual, not going to work. You're just going to waste your spawns.
Theory trying to get forward, eyes on him. He can win that gunfight, but he is going to stop there. It's going to allow Clay to get the pull. He'll drop pretty much immediately. The return going to come in. Replays, though, with the grab immediately afterwards. Really just one player to beat. That's the player behind him. His teammate not able to clean that up. The return going to come in from TK. 40 seconds left to go. Can TK do this?
Denial just doing a fantastic job controlling mid-map. You see the players on TK not really getting too much offense, and as they say, you're going to have 3 players from TK assaulting the Denial base. This is it. This is their best chance they're going to have the entire game. It's going to be Theory. He's going to pull this one out towards mid-map. Tatch going to get a big kill in the kill feed. Tatch getting 2 huge kills right there, but now TK, they're still in a good position to make the play happen. It's going to be up to Sharp, but that is it. It looks like Denial going to be able to return this, and they're going to take this series over TK 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, it was a valiant effort. They had 2 there trying to get the pull. If Theory would have got out around that corner and pulled it to that right side, he might have had a chance, but basically, as soon as he dashed out, he dropped. Attach was the one with the 2 big defensive kills to shut that down.
So Attach went absolutely huge in that game, and that is because Clay, 29 and 19, not dying. I mean, pretty much you look at just the death column there. He's able to just stay alive mid-map, put pressure on with that assault rifle, which allows Attach to put all that pressure on the TK base, going 33-25. Great game from Attach there in the final one.
We talked about needing the team effort out of now. You talked about Clay needing to go big. Clay, I mean, the S&D was okay, but every game, I mean, he really went big, especially in the respawns.
Their hardpoint game at the beginning, they're going to have to go back and really work on that. He picked up the kills. I think the subs just couldn't get that initial intro kill. That was really what they struggled with on hardpoint.
All right, well, enough from us. We've got Benson and Rambo Ray down in analysis. Let's hear their thoughts on that series.
Thanks, Maeve. We'll start off kind of where we left off, if you will. We'll go over to that up-point game, which we saw first. Some crazy plays happening in the end.
It was
very break it down.
Even from the start, I mean, we saw a 4 lead, and we saw Denial come back with 7 points in a row.
Right.
And then it was a bit closer to half, and then right after the half, we saw a tie game. And then both teams like 1 point and 1 point, and then kind of like fast forward to the very end of the round, Denial was able to put a really good push and get that 1-point lead, and there was like 25 seconds left.
Hardly anything left.
And basically, like Mr. X said, to be fair, they did get spawns kind of behind the middle building in that sense, where the angling stuns of that area have been pretty difficult, but they had control. They had glass control before they got those spawns. So if they just held it and held the ball area, but I believe, I can't remember who it was exactly, but someone got a kill, someone from TK got a kill from the ball location in glass, which was the clutchest kill of the game. If he doesn't get that kill, then Denial keeps control of glass, and they're not able to push that ball across. And then we saw Cap kind of like just have that missed timing towards the middle, and they pulled the ball and they threw it in to tie it up. And then it went to OT, and in OT we saw
this is even crazy.
So we saw Attach had a chance to get a point, like a throw in within like, was it 20 seconds?
Yeah, it was
20,
like 20
25,
seconds.
maybe no more than 30 really.
Right.
And he didn't. He like kind of bobbly. He almost. I think they wanted to go for 2 at that point.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to play for 2, but
yeah, they kind of got a little cute with it. I mean, it's when you have a chance of capping a single point. Yes, it is comeback, but it is 25 seconds.
That's quick.
All
right?
you need to do is kind of like slow down your opponents on the start, kill him once, and the game's over.
Right.
So it's kind of like it didn't end up paying. It ended up kind of catching back to them. It paid off at the end because they did cap. Kaliber got the 1 point and they held them off and get the play ball at the end. But yeah, it was a close game. It could have went either way.
Even that play ball though was a little bit tense towards the end because you had like Attach waiting to just throw it through that little hole. Yeah. And you're like, oh god, and then there's interceptions.
Theory got the 2-piece behind him. Yeah, and you're like,
what was his teammate looking at? Why are they both looking the same way?
Like Baby said, they're both looking in the hole and they're gonna hope it's gonna play itself. It's just it was really funny actually. It looked really funny from our screen, but to be fair, they kind of thought they had that angle covered, but Theory just snuck by and it was a timing thing.
So of course, Denial go up 2-1 in the series, and then we move over to the CTF Ascend.
Right.
This one a little bit more fast-paced at times. You know, we saw some good plays come in from both sides.
I'm gonna have to be that guy and bring it back to what it was yesterday when TK had a 4-1 lead against Optic.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna have to be that person and kind of call him out on that. It's really the point where, and Mr. X kind of touched on it in the game. They let up the pressure. They had a 2-0 lead. Theory got these 2 awesome flag runs. And to be fair, Theory was probably the only player on the team that was making these good flag routes, like these good objective decisions. Kind of like what Mr. X on the second side was basically like they were coming in individually. All the players in the team were trying to kind of put in their work objectively, but if you're doing it one at a time, it doesn't really help. Theory's kind of making at the start of the game these good decisions. He was getting kills with the flag as well, which is making it even clutcher. Like he said, Gunjar was like 6-1, then started 7-7. Gunjar ended up having a really rough game and went double neg. That's never like it's always hard for a team to win when your Slayer's doing that. And on the opposite side, you had Kaliber dropping that like +10, +15 something. But basically, TK kind of like had a 2-0 lead. They slowed it down, and it's just they slowed it down in a way where they were not sitting down completely their base. They were kind of sitting in the middle.
Right.
And we saw Denial kind of have a player sneak through, and they started making plays and getting those caps. And then ended up 3 different players. There's also the cap that all 4 touched pretty much, which is kind of interesting. I wish there was a medalist. That would be really fun, actually. But basically, it came down to the point where TK just let up the pressure, and then Denial took full advantage of it, and Denial ended up outslaying because of that pressure.
Right.
When you don't put pressure on CTF, it's so hard to kind of like play as a team because everyone's on a different page, especially on Ascend. There's so many different areas to the map, and the angles are very kind of closed in within each other. So if your players are kind of spread out and you're not putting pressure, then basically the other team's going to end up making a push with 2 or 3 guys, and you're always going to get outnumbered. And at the end of the day, when you get outnumbered, it's hard to kill people, and that ends up having the other team outslay you, and that kind of translates into flagpoles, and that translates to cap, and then you lose the game.
You just broke down everything.
It just goes in. It's like a snowball. It's like
it's a snowball effect. It really is. Kaliber with a phenomenal series, though. I mean,
he played great.
He kind of got his teammates a little bit pumped up. There, you see Attach going big in the
Attachment. I mean, Attach made all these kind of like entry kills on the flag poles. Even though he wasn't always running the flag, he made these great kills, and that's what they need from him. Attach is even at hardpoint. Attach is always that first player in. Whenever he has a good game, it's hard for them to lose.
So having seen that game, how far do you think Denial's going to go in this loser bracket? Of course, Season 1 finals, they made a big run through loser bracket.
Denial gets the rematch, to be fair.
They do. They're
Team Revenge. They get the rematch against yesterday. I think we're going to see a much closer game today. They're for sure going to put up a better fight. I don't think we're going to see a 3-0 again.
Hungry for revenge.
And especially the fact, and it's something as an experience of a player, like
just me.
Making puns. I like that. We don't see that often here. We need more puns. Everyone else does it. So basically, but to be fair, like yesterday we saw kind of Denial play really cold. Like TR was hot. They come. I mean, both teams, to be fair, only play 1 game. Right. Did not play the last, or did not play the game the night before. So, but to kind of irrelevant here, the big point I want to kind of note out, and I've played that experience, is basically if you come in on Championship Sunday and you haven't played yet and your team has a match under the belt, especially a match as competitive as this one, it makes a big difference. You can warm up as much as you want. You can tell any pro team, go ahead, warm up, play scrims against teams that don't count. It is nothing compared to an actual match. You can sit on your warm-up station, get 400 kills in the free-for-all. Denial could play, those 4 maps for 40 minutes, you can play for an hour and a half. They're still more warmed up than you are. Their communication's on, they're already ready, they already got a good feeling for what's going on. They came off a win, they're hot. So it's the momentum's all on Denial side, so it's going to be interesting to see how TR, a team with, like, I gotta say, like, lack of experience, even though it doesn't show, it hasn't shown so far, but it's still true. Championship Sunday, it's probably the first time that they have gone there as a team, from my knowledge. Maybe they did at UMG, I'm not sure. But to be fair, at a big event like this, let's just kind of state it is NA Regionals for champs. So, and it's a big thing because seed matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Big seed, like, we're not going to stop putting that. We're going to talk about for the rest of the day. Seed matters, guys. Seed matters. So, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how TR does against Denial when they're hot. So, and I think Denial, I mean, especially Kaliber. Kaliber's always salty after a loss. I can tell that firsthand. I've seen with the guys, so he hates losing. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can pump that up and see how they do against
That's going to be an awesome game. Can't wait for that. Of course, we have lots more games coming from the Call of Duty North American Finals here in Columbus, Ohio. For now, the commercial break. When we return, have an interview on the floor.